Alright, guys, welcome back to the Wrestling Rewind. I've kind of dropped the ball a little bit, so I'm doing a bunch of videos to kind of catch up to get us back to where we were. This is a video on the recap, the review of Impact Wrestling's No Surrender 2021. First things first, fair play to Impact Wrestling. This was free. This was on the Impact Plus app. I had it on the Roku, and I was like, oh, I haven't watched this yet. Let's see what's up. It was free. It was great. I even put it on my Twitter saying, fair play, lads. Good job. So that was fantastic. So, yeah, really, really impressed. And, it was sound because it was there. It worked. It was great. They're also doing a free month now in February of the hardcore stuff, which is super fun. If you guys haven't had a chance to look at, there was a really good match with Sandman and Raven from like years ago. But yeah, check it out now while you still can, because it's getting long in February's tooth. But yeah, let's talk about this pay-per-view. So Impact Wrestling presented their special event tonight. That's what they're calling them, not pay-per-views as such. And this comes from Sportskeeda, and thank you to Greg Bush on this one. So, the main event saw Tommy Dreamer face Rich Swann for the Impact World Champion, and the Good Brothers defended their tag team titles against AEW's Private Party and James Storm and Chris Sabin. So, look, straight off the bat, this pay-per-view, again, it didn't feel like a pay-per-view. It felt like a special event, because that's kind of what it was. I don't want to go too hard on them, because, like, one, it was free, and two, they don't call it pay-per-view. They really don't. It felt like a special episode of Impact. So judging on, and that's how I'm going to judge it. I'm not going to judge it as, oh my god, it wasn't the best pay-per-view of all time, because it wasn't. It was like a really decent episode of Impact. So that's straight off the bat. If you guys think that's too lenient on Impact, let me know in the comments below. But that's just the way I'm going to judge it. So we had Decay versus Triple XL and Danelle Dashwood, aka Emma. Really fun match. I really enjoyed it. Anytime I get to see Emma in the ring, it's a great time with Caleb with a K. Of course, Decay defeated Triple XL and Danelle Dashwood via pinfall. Solid match, solid opener, really fun, old school kind of Impact match, thrown in some of the old knockouts, beautiful people aesthetic. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. Next match, Brian Meyers and Hernandez versus Eddie Edwards and Matt Cardona. Okay, look, I don't want to be harsh to these guys, but there's no one on this who I really wanted to see. It was what it was. Like, Eddie Edwards is great, and I like Hernandez, but Brian Meyers and Matt Cardona, who are Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, I don't know. I don't. I found myself being kind of bored in this match, but it was a good match. It's just guys need some characters, Just what I'm saying. Jake Something versus Diener with Violence by Design. So yeah, look, this was a fun match. Again, the problem, and I'll say this now, the problem with this pay-per-view special event Impact sometimes when it does this, a lot of the guys kind of look the same, kind of wrestle the same, and it's fair. Like, they're feeding platform for WWE or AEW, but there needs to be some kind of variation. Like, even the guy recapping this, you could see that it was getting along in the tooth. Jake Sutton defeated Diener. I can't remember a spot in this match. It was what it was. It wasn't great, but again, look, if they're gonna be pumping these shows out, start presenting the guys in a way that makes them memorable. Start doing characters, interesting match types, something to differentiate. Guys came out and did stuff, and particularly when your name is Jake Something, not good. Not good. Maybe change that. Anyway, Impact Wrestling No Surrender Triple Threat Revolver match. This was very, very good. This was very good. And it's exactly what I was talking about earlier on. Like literally in the last match. This was an innovative way to have a no more contender match for the X Division belt, right? It was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was like an elimination Royal Rumble Battle Royale kind of thing. Really cool spots, and it's a great way to get Josh Alexander over. Absolutely just uh, killing the end of the match with a Death Valley driver, which is always fun to see. But this was probably match of the night. I agree with this recap here. Holy cow. Watch this show. Watch this show for this match. It was the match of the night. It was really, really good. But again, this is what I'm saying. Some of these guys I didn't know. Some of them I did. But I cared because of how unique and innovative it was presented. It wasn't just a straight match where he came out and did stuff. So fair play to Josh Alexander. Looking forward to seeing him maybe go and win the X Division title. So then we had a Texas Tornado tag team match. Not really much to say on this. The women in there were great, but did absolutely nothing for me. Fire and Flavor defeated Havoc and Neva. So yeah, there we go. X Division champion Raheed Rajai versus TJP. Fantastic match. Really good. I love Raheed. I think he's a great X Division champion. Again, look, he gave this an A. It was cool, I must say. TJP is super cool. I'm glad he won. I think the match that he's going to have with Josh Alexander is going to be fantastic. The X Division, again, it's one of the reasons why people liked Impact Wrestling in the past. It's a reason why you still should watch Impact Wrestling. And this is brilliant. So fair play. Fair play to TJP. He put on a great performance. I'm sad Raheed lost, but hey, it is what it is. He's been a great champion. Not much to say about this next match. Totally just gonna skip. You can see the result yourself there. Jazz ODB and Jordan Grace defeated Susan, Kimberly Lee, and Donar Pizarro. Yeah, it wasn't my match of the night. I tell you how much. ODB is really starting to look like ODB. Impact Wrestling tag team title triple threat Private Party, James Storm and Chris Sabin versus the Good Brothers. This was great. Private Party, okay, fair enough. Some people like them, some people don't. I particularly don't. I love James Storm and Chris Sabin. I love their team. I think it's brilliant. And the Good Brothers, obviously, it was cool to see Good Brothers show up, you know. I think having Matt Hardy there was pretty fun. But yeah, so the end here came when the Good Brothers defeated Private Party via pinfall. Again, he gives this an A. I would give it probably a B+. Solid match. Fun. Really did a lot of, added that extra pizzazz, that big match feel that sometimes Impact doesn't have. Again, if this felt like a massive Impact match, a massive event of Impact, and that should have been a main event. Don't want to be harsh on Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann, but this should have been a main event. Right. So the Impact World Championship was defended next with Tommy Dreamer and Rich Swann. This was supposed to be, this was all the Tommy Dreamer show. The show started off with a video package for Tommy Dreamer saying how much he loves wrestling, how he's sore, blah, blah, blah. He's 50 years old, and they wanted to do something nice for him, basically. The match was good. I was expecting more. I was expecting some weapons, some kind of more of a Tommy Dreamer match. And it wasn't. This was more of a straightforward kind of match. In the ring, outside spots, Death Valley driver outside, Death Valley drop outside, some nasty spots. But then there was a beautiful Phoenix Splash, which Swan would eventually win with, and put Tommy Dreamer away. Now, I don't think this was a tiring match. Don't think they said that. Dreamer did look great. He did look great. It was cool that he went in and had a straight wrestling match. It wasn't just a garbage brawl, which I think maybe that was for him. Maybe he's just like, look, I kind of want to show that I still am able to do this rather than just go out and, you know, bleed all over the place. So that was cool. So fair play to him for doing that. I wasn't expecting it, but it was a very good match. You know, do I think it should have closed the show? No, but it deserved to close the show in a certain way as well. And also, then Moose came out and absolutely killed the two of them, setting up that he wants to be the champion of both. So, it was a cool vision at the end where he was like, "Hey, holding the two belts." So I do think we're gonna get Moose coming out now and being the next challenger. But overall, was the show good? Yes, absolutely. Is the show worth your time? Yes, absolutely. It was. It was really good. It wasn't blow your house down right home and say it's the best show ever. No, it was not. But it was a new way of Impact going forward into 2021. Set up a lot of things, pushed forward the main major AEW Invasion storyline. Also sets up some of the doors for New Japan Pro Wrestling, which we've seen happen. So look, it was cool. It's free right now if you go over to Impact Plus, the app there as well, which I do recommend you get, by the way. It is a really good app. Not as good as the WWE Network, not trying to be. It's doing its own thing. And for me, someone who loves Impact Wrestling, um, they respect that. They give you free content. It's very easy to navigate. It's on the Roku box. You can just go over and get on the PC or the Mac. And yeah, definitely worth your time. Check it out. This show's good. I think it's still free at the moment as well. There's 3 or 4 matches to really go out of your way to watch the X Division stuff and the 2 main events. But other than that, guys, more videos are coming your way. Again, while I can't do a long hour show, well, I could, but I don't want to. By myself, we will be coming your way very soon with some special guests, and then when Dave is back, we'll be back to normal. So let us know what you thought about in the comments below of this show, of these video segments. I'd love to hear from you, and yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.